But I like the Lions roster better, even with 19 defensive players, 14 currently on the IR, 19 total players on the IR. But I think they've got a better roster. They're the only undefeated team on the road. That speaks well to their run game and physicality. They're 7-0 on the road, third straight game over 34 points. I like them a lot. But at some point, this league is a league of attrition, and I have concerns defensively.
Number 4.
Yeah. I mean, listen. So Colin now officially no longer thinks, because he only thinks that the top 4 teams can win the Super Bowl at this point. So I guess the Detroit Lions are no longer in that Super Bowl window, Super Bowl bubble, whatever, according to Colin. He only has the Packers, the Eagles, the Bills, and the Chiefs as the 4 teams that he believes can win the Super Bowl. And I know that's definitely not going to make Lions fans happy for sure. That's a given. That's a given. First off, the fact that they've been able to be so good on the road is not only their run game and their physicality, but it also just shows their ability to prepare and travel, like the actual process of traveling, keeping everyone together, keeping everyone motivated. This team is just so well prepared, so well coached. They're just ready for the moment in any given moment. They're just ready, man. The level of preparedness that the Detroit Lions bring, it just is, it's actually genuinely inspiring. It really is. I actually legitimately get inspired from this team. It's such a shame that we don't get Hard Knocks this season of the Lions, because it would be pretty awesome to see. Because I actually do. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I am motivated. There's times if I'm lacking or slacking, whether it be making videos, work, like whatever it may be in my life, and I'm just like, the Lions, the Detroit Lions, as corny as it sounds, will like come to my mind. Or like Dan Campbell's just energy. I don't even have to think of anything that he's saying, but in my mind I'll be like, Dan Campbell will be yelling at me right now, being like, "Come on, man, this is what it's all about. This is why you're here. You got to give it a try." And even though it's things that I've heard, honestly, plenty of times in my life, whether it be from coaches or whatever, or just, wherever. But, like, it's still, like, it brings a genuine smile to my face. Like, it really, really does. And I'm just like, all right, yeah, let's go. Let's do this. And I've told you guys a million times, I still have it saved on my phone, the one clip of Amon-Ra St. Brown, when he's like screaming like, I'm built for this after he scores a touchdown. And I'm just like, yes. Like I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I really, really do. And I just think if any team's going to be able to overcome their injuries and the problems that they have, it's going to be the Detroit Lions. And it is. It's a bummer. It is. And I just don't want to keep going in circles about the injuries. At this point, I really rather just be like, let's just see what happens. Because we know the injuries are there. We know not even technically, like this team is not going to be as great as they were without the injuries. Like that's just a given. It's just the reality. If they were 100, they've now dropped down, and that's the beauty. We don't know. We know they're no longer 100. But are they down to 98? 95? 80? Like we have no idea. That's what we're still trying to figure out. But they beat the Lions, badly injured. They beat the Bears. Bears are not good. We know that. But they still beat them. They still took care of business. Again, look at the Bills versus the Patriots. The Patriots, the Bills did not take care of business against the Patriots. They just did not. Also, rookie quarterback. Also, bad team. I mean, we've seen other teams not be able to take care of it. Even if they still win, it's still, the Eagles versus the Panthers. The Chiefs versus the Panthers. I mean, heck, even the Chiefs versus the Browns. The Browns turned the ball over like 6 times. I think the score was still like 21-7. Hardly a runaway win, considering those circumstances. And so the fact, the Commanders against the Saints, almost, coming down to the wire, almost losing that game. And yet here the Detroit Lions are. Winning tough, gritty games. Or convincingly winning. Despite those injuries. That does mean something. It really does. If you want to make the argument that it's not going to be enough to beat like a team like the Chiefs or something, or the Bills now, like, again, I understand it and I get it, but I'm just not counting this team out. They've actually moved up because last week they were 6th, now they're 5th. So they actually did move up. And I've admitted many times I don't know what to do with the Lions at this point because of some of their injuries. I've said that this is now just a wait and see team, but this is the do your job team as well, where as long as they do your job, they will get the job done. So they are the do your job and wait and see team. If you do your job, let's wait and see. And I just think that so far, they've already passed the test. Because these games were games that they should have and could have lost. It would have been easy to drop versus the Packers. It would have been easy to drop the Bears. Caleb Williams is able to figure stuff out. This team can't just lose forever. They got to get one of these wins. A trap game here. Caleb kind of shows why he was the #1 overall pick. They almost won on Thanksgiving. They were right there. We just didn't get that field goal off. We're coming for you. Didn't happen. Not even close. Not even for a second. It was like, nah, we got this. We're good. And again, I continue to find that inspiring. And that's the benefit of just going so hard. Ball till you fall for this team. Is that when there is that resiliency? Because that's what's kind of funny. Because Dan Campbell said before, he gave some sort of talk. I don't know if it was during the interview or in the locker room or what it was. When he was talking about, like, you know, we've been getting fat on prime rib or whatever. And now we got to, now things are tougher. And it's like, I don't think they were. They were winning. And people were praising them. But I actually don't think so. I think this team was essentially staying broke. They weren't living on their silk sheets and acting like they were rich and famous and give me all the money and everything's all good. I don't think so. I think they're like a bunch of boxers, a bunch of fighters who came from nothing, got rich, but still never moved out of their old home. They didn't buy that new home. They stayed there. They stayed hungry. Yeah, they might have been eating some prime rib, but they were getting that discount prime rib. They were waiting for it to go on sale. They weren't getting that fancy, organic, grass-fed prime rib. They were saying, oh, this is on discount? Oh, this is going to go bad soon, so it's 20% off? Okay, I'll take that. That's what they were doing. So they're ready for this. They're built for this. And it continues to be awesome and exciting to see. And I really hope the way this unfolds from an entertainment standpoint is that we get to see final game of the season, Lions-Vikings, winner takes all. Winner gets the #1 seed, home field advantage, etc., etc. Like, that's what I want, man. From just a strictly fan perspective, like, I don't want to see a game where they rest. And I get it, because everyone wants to rest. And, if you're a true Lions fan, you're like, nah, we want to take care of this, like, already. Like, come on. But, like, I want this to just come down to the wire. I want that entertainment. I'm a fiend for it. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Detroit Lions being 5 on Colin's herd hierarchy and no longer being in the Super Bowl bubble? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.